Hello YouTube, Jeepin Bubba here. Good to see you. Glad that you're on this update video. I just wanted to come to you guys and give you an update video because, well, since the last time we talked, a lot has happened, and I figured, I figured we should have this talk. I'm also going to be either stripping the audio from this and putting it on the podcast, or recording a podcast as well. So that'll be available as well. So if I talk like I may be talking to a podcast, but you see me on this video, you kind of know what I'm doing. So we went to Colorado and we ran Black Bear Pass, and we filmed a video for it. And in fact, we didn't just film a video for it. Well, Chris filmed the majority of the video for it, Chris Keel, and he's gonna be editing it. But there's like hours and hours and hours of film, and so he's gonna be going through that and processing it, and he's going to be we're going to be putting together a video that we're going to put out, and I don't know the exact timeline on that. I would say between 2 weeks and a month or something like that, but we're looking forward to getting that out to you, and it really was a neat experience, a good experience. We had some adversity, but I don't want to ruin the video for you, but there were some hardships. There's also some amazing things, and it's insane. That part of Colorado, that part of the country is, even in New Mexico, is so beautiful that it's difficult while you're there, when you're seeing the views, and even once you get home, to fathom what you just saw. Just the mountain views and the water, and it's just, to me, absolutely some of the prettiest country, or some of the prettiest land in the country. And it was just inspiring to see, and we didn't actually get to hit all the trails we wanted to, but we were very fortunate because currently in Colorado they're experiencing a lot of snow. There's still wildfires going on, and so the conditions really got bad. We wouldn't have been able to run Imogene Trail if we'd have gone a week later, and that's originally when we had planned to go. So I'm happy that we went when we did, and that we were able to do Black Bear Pass and Imogene, and so you'll get to see all that. There was a lot of camping, there was a lot of off-roading, and that's the majority of the video is going to be off-roading, and so we're excited to share that with you. We'll have that here on the YouTube channel, and I'm going to go into depth more once the video's out on my podcast about some of the things that we experienced, and some things that you can consider. I mean, I would say this: we took on a very ambitious trip that I was pretty sure we could handle. And honestly, the pressure of building the JL in such a short timeline, we basically got the parts about 14 days out, some of them the week of, to go run the trip. I mean, we got the roof rack in for the rooftop tent 2 or 3 days before we left, and so it was just a mad dash to get the JL built and to get everybody ready and to get everything organized, and just a lot of things happened, and it was one of those things where we learned a lot, and it was a good experience. And then you put that on top of the amazing views and the wheeling that existed, and I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to experience it. There's nothing that'll prepare you for really how dangerous it is. It's a very dangerous trail system. At the same time, it's not incredibly hard. It's extremely technical. Not hard as far as giant boulders and stuff like that. Occasionally big off-camber sections, but the danger level gets your attention quickly, and the views do as well. And the elevation. The elevation was 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000. And I think, me personally, I might have experienced a little bit of elevation sickness while I was there, but we're home and we're happy. We're with our families, and everybody's safe. And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to ruin anything in the video. Just want to let you guys know that it's coming your way. As far as the channel goes, we're in a little bit of scramble mode. So we put so much focus into this video for Black Bear Off-Road and for the Black Bear Pass that I didn't really think about the progression after. So I'm trying to put out some videos just to what I call hold YouTube over. And I don't want to put anything on here that's boring to you guys and whatever, but I really want to get this Black Bear Pass video out and get it to be as awesome as it is. And I don't really want to go out and do a bunch of other wheeling trips and take away from it. although we just went this past weekend and had a good time. And it was nice not to film this weekend. We got some pictures. We posted some of those up. We did some TikToks. If you're on TikTok, follow me at Jeepin Bubba. We've been doing some little short videos on there. Maybe eventually we'll move over to Reels on Instagram. It's a new feature. I don't know if you guys are up to date on that, but we might do those as well. But we are thinking about doing Windrock at the end of October, and that's the biggest trip I have planned currently. I'm actually, even though I just got back from Black Bear Pass a week or so ago, a little over a week ago, I'm planning on going down to Orange Beach, Alabama for a big trip with my family, and gonna do non-Jeep things and relax. In fact, since I got home from Black Bear Pass, we've slowed down the workload in the shop a little bit, and I haven't been watching YouTube or Jeep stuff, and I'm not necessarily in the burnout phase, but I just kind of taken a break mentally from the Jeeps. Now we built a Jeep for my buddy Jim. He came in from Michigan, and Jim, if you're watching, hey bud, came down, brought some great beer and all sorts of goodies to us, and we did a 3.5-inch JKS lift on his Jeep, and 35-inch Toyo tires, and my old Method wheels, and did some fenders, and he'd already done the bumpers. We'd sold him a winch for it, so we took it out and rode some trails. Rode Hawk Mountain in Georgia, from familiar with that area. Did some trails at Numblewheel, and it performed well, and had Fox shocks. Just a great lift kit. I'm really liking the JKS stuff. I always have. I will say it rides a little soft, which is nice on the road. It kind of bounces you around sometimes on the trail, but we were liking it on the JL a lot. We're liking it a lot on Jim's Jeep, and so I was happy to get him down. And I'll post some pictures on Instagram and Facebook of that build a little bit more. But it was fun to have him in town, an old friend from when I lived in Michigan, and to do the work for him and get him to show him the mountains. So can't wait for him to come back down and experience that. Again, and that'd be fun. And I can't wait to get back up to Michigan and do some riding myself. I'd love to go up this winter, but we'll see what happens. Probably not. But that kind of brings the focus on some of the things that are going on in the shop. Right behind me, I have a new sign from my shop. Can't wait to get it up. SBL Designs put that up. I got some new products coming in. I got some new taillights that are coming in for the JL, so I'll probably throw a video up on that. You're seeing a lot on social right now about the JL, and that's because the JL just got built. We did a lot with it. But the LJ is getting, I think I'm starting on Sunday with JCR's fenders for the LJ. So it's going to get JCR front and rear fenders. I got a new hood for it. It's going to get painted. And so we're going to fix all that trail damage that happened in Durhamtown, but upgrade it with nice steel fenders. And I got a set of Crusader sliders, both side sliders going on. So those things got to get painted and installed, but can't wait to have that armor on. And we're really putting a lot of focus in on the LJ. So I did some wiring that needed done recently. Well, Kyle did it and helped me with that. And we did a little patchwork on the frame where the condensation drips. It's just getting a couple little rust holes. We just cleaned that up, patched that up, did some paint work, and some welding, and had an exhaust hanger break and welded up a new one. So been messing with that a little bit here at the shop. We're kind of in the time of year where things typically slow down and then they ramp up as we get closer to Black Friday. And I don't know what's going to happen with this election. I don't know what's going to happen with COVID or any of the things going on in the geopolitical atmosphere. But I do know we're starting to have a lot more availability here at the shop. One issue I have seen, I'm just going to warn you, and has nothing to do if you want to get work done here at the shop, but is I've seen parts lead times doubling and tripling. So just ordered a BDS lift kit, not knocking them, but it's 4 weeks out. Just tried to get a set of rock lights. We've been trying for 2 or 3 weeks now, and I had to go back with different manufacturers, and then got one kit, and now I need extensions for it, and they're a week out or whatever. And so just a heads up, if you're trying to do a build right now, maybe think in terms of how quickly you can get the parts. But we've got quite a few builds lined up. We're just waiting on parts. So thankfully they're able to drive those around until we get them. Got some cool stuff. Got a truck build coming in here that's going to get a 6.5-inch coilover kit in about a month. We've done a lot of Mambas. We got a set of Mambas that just came in today. And those wheels have really been our most popular wheel. So that's been cool. I'm sure we're going to get out and do some more trail rides. I'm sure we're going to get out and do some more things. And what I'd like to do is actually, if you are on Facebook, if you would go to the Black Bear Off-Road Facebook page, so just at Black Bear OFF-road on Facebook, and if you look, there's a thing called the Black Bear Trail Team. Now, I created that at the same time I did the Facebook page, but we have hardly ever posted on that section. We only have maybe like 25, 26, 27 members on it or whatever. That's going to be the new sounding board for when we're going wheeling. I'm going to put it into the universe. Also, when you join that, we're thinking about making a messenger. So we'll add, if you're friends with me on Facebook, which hopefully if you're in the group you are, if not, I'll try to add you. We'll put you in a big group chat. So if it's not something we're sounding off on the soundboard, it's something we're talking about in the messenger, and then you can get a hold of me and we can put together events. One thing I'm finding is I like being the ringleader. I like being in charge or whatever, but sometimes the planning is just too much for me with all the work that I have. I own 2 businesses. I have 2 little kids. There's stuff that needs done in my house and in my shop, and I'm just constantly busy. And then I spend the time ordering parts for customers and planning my build and working on my own builds, that it gets a little difficult to plan and do things. So if we have a group, maybe as a group we can come up with decisions. Kyle's been kind of spearheading us going to Windrock, and I don't even know how many days I'll be there or when I'll be there or whatever. But I'm definitely going to try to go up with them on that trip. That's going to be, he's one of our installers and one of the sales guys here at Black Bear Off-Road, as well as Avery, and so he's putting that together for us. And so there'll be things like that in the future. So go ahead and go on to that trail team if you're not on there, and add yourself, and then you can get all the information. And if you're out of state, still join it, because there may be a time frame that you're free and you can come down, or maybe that we're coming to your state, because we'd like to do a lot more Badge of Honor trails. And we've already done the one that exists in Georgia, and a lot of people want to come down and ride Beasley with us and get their badge on that. So we'll try to do that. It's getting into a bad time here for Beasley, and obviously they close it down in the winter. So it's getting a great time to do the Traverse, where these leaves are going to start falling, and then when the leaves are gone, the views are the best up in the North Georgia mountains. And going to North Georgia mountains, they're beautiful. I love the trees. It's just weird now from being out west in the San Juans. It's just totally different. It's like fishing in the ocean versus fishing in a pond. It's just totally different, but I still love both. And we are getting into hunting season, which I do partake of here in Georgia here in a couple weeks. So I'm not going to go MIA, but that's where a lot of my free time will go, which not much. I don't have much free time that exists, to say the least. Now, if you are a fan of the podcast, we're going to be coming out with a few more podcasts. What we did was about 3 or 4 series of interviews with different people in the industry, and we'll come back to that. The next section I'd like to do a podcast is what we refer to as a little bit of a heady macro talk about Jeep. So we're going to be talking, well, it's just going to be me, but I might even bring Jonathan Woolley in on 1 or 2. We're going to be talking about Jeep-related things, but also kind of more personal and practical and relationship, community, a little bit more of the mushy frou-frou stuff, just about life in general. So we're just going to be talking, I'm just going to be talking about life and personalities and myself and my company and the Jeep community as a whole. And I think that's more or less to try to educate my listeners on exactly who I am, what I'm trying to accomplish, what we're trying to do here at Black Bear Off-Road, and what I'm trying to do with the Jeepin Bubba channel. And just would like to put that on the podcast. So if you do listen to podcasts, you can check us out on Spotify, you can check us out on iTunes, Rocket Cast, and quite a few others. So just search that, and you can find us on Spotify or whatever. And it's just at Jeepin Bubba. And so you can listen to that, and I'm just gonna be covering maybe 3, 4. I think I wrote down 4 different titles, and I'm gonna try to knock those out over the course of the next 2 weeks and put those out for you. And then we'll start working on another series, and that works better for my brain. It's like, all right, I want to knock out these interviews, and then I want to do this about me and the community and this, and then maybe we'll get into a section where we're talking about what's the best suspension for a Cherokee, or what's the best bumper or the winch on the market or whatever, which is worn. But it's just we can get into that kind of stuff. And I'd also like to get into some on the podcast where if you guys submit questions through DM or PM or whatever you want to call it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, or even in the comments on the YouTube channel, say, hey, I'd like for you to answer this question or talk about this. We could even call you on the phone while we're recording the podcast, and you can ask your question. We'll give you a shout out, we'll answer it, and go back and forth kind of like a radio show would, and then move on from there. So that's kind of the evolution of that. One thing I'm realizing is I wanted at the beginning of the year this year to have a structure system for the YouTube channel. So you get an update video, you get a campsite cocktail video, you get a wheeling video, and you get a how-to video, basically. That, I think, is putting too much stress on me to force those types of videos when I actually could produce sometimes 4 wheeling videos in 1 month, or I can produce 3 how-tos in 1 month, or I could definitely make a campsite cocktail almost every day of the week. I'm just kidding. Just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes on Thursday. So you're going to see it getting back to where it's just going to be a jumbled mess of when videos come out. But the goal is 4 to 6 videos a month, so we're not leaving you hanging. We've had a lot going on trying to get the Jeep built and trying to get out to Colorado. We're back. We're doing a lot to catch up from that. But as we go into the winter, we've had 500 new subscribers this year. So we've almost doubled where we started at from the beginning of the year. And that's phenomenal growth for the YouTube channel. Making anywhere from $1 to $3 a day currently on the channel, which doesn't sound like a lot of money because it's not, but it's actually huge because I was making like $100 a year, which they don't pay out until you make $100 for 1 month or in one period. I think it's a month, 30 days. They don't send you a check. So it's not that I'm doing it for the money, but it's nice to have that to come in there because I was talking to my friend Russ this past week, and I told him, and a lot of you know this and a lot of you don't, but I own a landscape company, and I spend 40 hours a week at least in that company physically working, planning, going to jobs, talking to customers, and actually physically doing landscape work. And then I'm at the shop typically for another 20 to 30 hours, and then I'm doing Jeepin Bubba, and I'm ordering parts at home. I just don't have a lot of free time. My free time is basically sleeping. I try to play with my kids, 15, 20 minutes out of the day. And then I always take Saturdays off. So I take those days and I'm with my family, and, that's it. But the thing is, I would love to get away from the landscape business, and I would love to do this full time. And my goal is to be in the automotive industry and the off-road industry my entire life. I want to be that old, crusty, gray-bearded man, handsomely rugged, who's been doing this for a long time, and who's going to be around doing this. And I'm just kind of being impatient as far as I'm ready to do it full time now, but I know I'm going to be doing it for a long time. So a lot of times people come to my shop like, I wish you had this. Wish you should do this, you do that. Well, we just don't have the money for it. We're a small company. We're underdog. We got a chip on our shoulder, and we're just coming at you trying to shake up the industry. And our main 100% goal is to figure out the needs of our customers, meet those needs and exceed them, and really make a long-term relationship where it's not, we screwed you on these wheels and tires and lift kit, and you realize you could have got them cheaper somewhere else, and we didn't do a good job at it, and you got to go get half the work done somewhere else, where it's more or less we talk about what you want, your needs. Maybe we go wheeling first, maybe we go wheeling after, we don't wheel at all, whatever, but we fit your needs, and we try to figure out what's right for you, the right parts, the right brands, not what benefits us 100%, and then we have a customer for life. So we're not getting rich on every job that we do. We're actually starting a relationship that over time is going to lead to us staying in business for 30 and 40 years. That's a sustainable business plan. It's how you create a real business, especially over time. But there's a lot of get-rich-quick schemes that people have as far as what you can do to make more money fast. And we've had talks like maybe we should make an app, or maybe we should make a magazine, an off-road magazine. Maybe we should become a media company. Maybe we should become some sort of influencer marketing or whatever. And maybe we'll do some of those. Maybe we'll make our own product and become a manufacturer. I don't know. There's a lot in the future, and we're just so early into this. And so I even think once you're in it 10 years, you're early into it, because there's been people doing it. Terraflex has been doing it for a very long time, and they're still innovating and coming up with new things that they're doing. So it's interesting. There's a lot to come, and I appreciate everybody's support. With that being said, I need to contribute more to the adventures side of the Black Bear Off-Road website. If you haven't got a chance, check out the new website, blackbearoffroad.com. There's a section called Adventures. Wow, we just had a big gust of wind, just about knock our door down here. Wow. That was interesting. We're right. I don't know what hurricane it is that's coming through the name, but if you're up to date on what's going on in the weather, there's a hurricane that just came through like Mobile, and it's cutting through Atlanta today. So we've had a little bit of rain, but just a huge gust of wind. Seemed like it was gonna knock our door down. Sorry, I got distracted by that. It kind of scared me. So anyways, I'm in the office here at Black Bear, and so completely lost my train of thought. I was just going to say, I know what I was going to say. There's a lot of get-rich schemes, and there's a lot of ways you can do things. And I have this adventure section side of the website, and I need to contribute more to it. I've done plenty of adventures. I got great pictures, and I got Gaia information. And if you're not using Gaia GPS, and they don't pay me anyway, I pay them, in fact, to use their services. But it is a fantastic way, and it was one of the best ways that we had while we were out west to know where we were at on the trail, know where to go, how to stay on the trail, which is important in the San Juans, and also where campsites are and where places are, and you can mark it. Just check out Gaia if you get a chance. It's complicated at first. There's a lot of great videos on YouTube. Lifestyle Overland has done quite a few videos about how to use Gaia GPS, and so check that out. Gaia GPS is great, but I put the coordinates for a lot of these campsites and trails on there, and I've only done like 4 of them, but I've got another 4 in my brain. I just got to sit down on the laptop and put those down. But a lot of people charge for that information. Basically, what they do is they make a Patreon account. I don't know if you've ever heard of Patreon, but it's a website where you can go and you can support people's lifestyles that you like on YouTube. So whether it's a epic family road trip or trail recon or whoever you might like, you can go on there and support them by donating to their Patreon. And basically, you're supporting their lifestyle. You're giving them money because you like the value that they're bringing with the free programmatic or whatever, the free media they're putting out. And so you're supporting them by basically giving them tips or money to go out and do more and make more films. And it gets weird. And me and my friend Russ were talking about this because I have a Patreon account and I have never received anything on it. Russ shot me like $30 on Cash App before we went to Colorado. And I was like, dude, you're my first Patreon. And he's like, buy gas with it. And I'm like, I'm probably going to buy beer with it. But nonetheless, he supports the dream that I was trying to accomplish, and he shot me that money. Now, I told him I would prefer, and this is just me being transparent and honest, that if people like what I'm doing on YouTube or with the podcast, or if I'm bringing them any value in any way, whether it's through the adventures page that we're doing, I would just prefer they buy a hat or a t-shirt from blackbearoffroad.com, or if they're actually in the market for a new set of wheels or tires or a bumper or winch, just to come to us, and then that way they get more value. They get value from either the information or entertainment we provide, and then they helped us by supporting us and giving us business, and then they got the product they were going to buy anyways in the end. But we do have a Patreon account. It's awkward as a business to say, check out our Patreon account, because we're a business. So what are you supporting? Our business? No. What you would be supporting if you did happen to make a donation to Patreon is our actual adventures that we do, as far as you'd be helping with equipment costs and gas costs and food, beer, and whatever. The more money that we have from Patreon, the more adventures we can do out of state, or more like overland stuff we can do. So if you want to, and I'm only going to mention this a couple times a year, we do have a Patreon account. I think it's set up under Jeepin Bubba. I don't think it's under my full name. I think it's under @Jeepin Bubba on Patreon, and you can go on there and you can make a donation or whatever, or you can hit us up. We have a PayPal and a Venmo, and both of those are info@blackbearoffroad.com, same as our email. And as you guys know, off-road is not how it's spelled behind me, but it's spelled as it says on our business card, off-road.com. So you guys can. I think I can. I can. Phones typically invert things, but you can kind of see if you invert it in your brain. blackbearoff-road.com. Yeah, just like that. So anyways, the reason I'm talking about all this kind of business stuff today is because I want to get it out of the way. I want to talk about. I want to get this podcast out. I really needed to get this kind of, what do you call it? Homework, clerical stuff out of the way. We talk about it a couple of times a year, but it's important to me because it's how I fund my ventures. It's how my lifestyle continues. And currently, we're basically on E in our funds for doing any more trips that aren't local, and that's fine. It's just that we're gonna have to do more local videos, and we've done a lot of trails. You guys have seen a lot of this. So, and there's gonna be new install things to do on the JL. There's always interesting builds and stuff like that going on. So, the whole reason I created, and I've said this before, the YouTube channel was I felt like that I've been very blessed in my life, and I have a unique situation where the set of experiences that I get to have through being a salesman in the industry, who then became a business owner in the industry, I have a lot of insight, but I'm also going to shows that you might be interested in. I'm riding trails you might be interested in. I'm building Jeeps you might be interested in. And I think it's selfish to keep all that to myself or just post pictures of it. I wanted to document it, and that's why I have the site. It's not to get rich on you, but if you decide for some reason that you want to donate on Patreon, then we will give you a shout out at the end of the videos as they roll the credits. We don't do that currently because right now Russ is our own one and only guy. So thanks, Russ Watkins. Go follow that guy on social media. That's Russ Watkins. He's a great dude. And so let's move on. The other thing I'm thinking of doing on the website to bring in some more income to my own pockets is an Amazon affiliates page. I'm not thinking about it. I'm going to do it. I'm just saying, thinking about it. But give me a week or two, and I'm going to add an Amazon affiliates page to blackbearoffroad.com. And the reason I'm doing that is what Amazon affiliates is once you're an Amazon affiliate, you can find certain items that you kind of stand behind and you like, and you can put them on a website, and people can buy those said items, and then we get a commission for people clicking our link and buying it from Amazon. And the reason I'm doing that is there are certain items I use when I'm camping that people ask me about, like even while I'm camping with people. Where did you get that stove? Where did you get that Camp Chef little organizer cooktop you use? Where'd you get the table? What chairs do you use? So there's some of these camping gear that I use, and sometimes I buy stuff on Amazon that doesn't exist in the aftermarket, just random stuff. And so we buy that occasionally, and it's not something I can sell or wholesale, but it's something that I use a lot. There's a lot of things like that I use a lot. Now, like some of the knives and flashlights I use, I do sell, and they're on the website. But I'm going to post as Amazon affiliates, and it's going to be a lot of overlanding, camping gear, and stuff like that. But there'll be a page there, and if you're wondering, if you're watching the video, you're like, what is that? Can I buy that? Check out the Amazon affiliates page if you don't see it on the regular website. And if you make the purchase, then we get a percentage of that. And again, that goes to funding our ventures and cameras and things like that. I've got my eye on some new cameras I'd like, but like I said, we spent crazy money just to buy the JL, then turn around and put the parts in it, then turn around and drive it out to Colorado. I'm kind of not in the doghouse. I'm in my own doghouse because I'm fiscally wanting to be more conservative than I was. So we got to get that right, especially before tax season gets back around, and it'll be here fast. It's just how it goes. So that's the stuff we got going on. There's no SEMA this year, as I'm sure some of you know, so we won't be going to SEMA. We did film a section of a TV show. I think I mentioned that with Sam and Davi. And so that'll be coming out, I think, in the next 30 to 60 days. Can't wait for that to come out, and that should be exciting as well. We're going to be adding more and more to social media. Again, if you're not on TikTok and you're thinking about it, you should get on there because the Jeep scene on there grows daily. It trends older every day, so don't feel like that's something that my 12-year-old niece or nephew, whoever uses. It's actually getting to where it's very ages are going up on it, and it's a great place just to post short, funny, cool videos, and we're posting a lot. on there. So check it out at Jeepin Bubba on TikTok, and as well as on Instagram and Facebook, and that trail team page. I'm going to be working on some spontaneous events. So I'm going to be hitting people up and saying, hey, I'm going to be at the shop on Sunday, maybe Thursday, and if you want to come by, I'll cook breakfast, or we'll have some coffee and donuts or whatever the case may be. Just come on by, and we can check out your Jeep, and we can talk Jeeps, or we can do whatever, and just shoot the breeze. I'll be up there anyways working on my Jeep or whatever it may be, and we might do some spontaneous in that, or hey, on Wednesday night, anybody want to go up to the Brazelton Brewery or to the brewery in Forsyth County, or maybe in Atlanta, and we just park our Jeeps out there and have a beer and talk. So that's some things I want to do. I want to do some events here at the shop. So just if you join that, then you'll be the first ones to know about it and see the advertising for it. And that's kind of the idea. So anyways, check out the new website. We appreciate all the support that we've been getting from everybody. Cannot wait for this video to come out. And there's quite a few heartfelt podcasts in me that I can't wait to get out to you guys as well. And there's going to be a lot of builds in the future. Video-wise, we're a little shaky right now, but I promise you will be seeing videos every week. And they're not just going to be thrown together. I have plenty of stuff going on in my life. I just have to stop, film it, get it out there for you guys so you know what's going on. Fall and winter is when I do the most wheeling, and we're getting into that time of year. So I can't wait to get that out for you guys. Maybe I'll do a review of the new rooftop tent we put on the JL, because it is massive. It is huge. We got the Overland XL by Smittybuilt. It's the first gen. And when you flip it open, the mattress, we tried to get a fitted sheet for it. It was bigger than a Cali King fitted sheet. So it's huge. And so maybe I'll do a review of that thing. It's got some quirks and things I don't like, but the mattress and the size are very nice. The weight and setup, we'll see. Anyways, I'm Jeepin Bubba. Thank you so much for watching this. I will say this. I'm considering doing a pre-order for hoodies as we go into the fall. So if you join that trail group, you'll see those hoodies first. That might be 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, but we're going to probably do a pre-order for some hoodies. We've never made hoodies. If you like these shirts, I can get them for you as well, but they're kind of pricey, like $25. And you don't get an ASC patch unless you earned it. That's the fact. We have plenty of these hats. We have a couple other style of hats. We've got 2 different shirts out right now. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, just let me know. We might do another run of beanies this year. They sold pretty good last year. But I appreciate you guys' support. Thanks for watching. Just want to give a few shout outs right now to a couple of people. Thanks, Chris, for all the editing you're doing on the video and filming you did. Thanks, Russ, for the support. Thanks for my wonderful wife, who's always supportive. Shelby Thomas, what's up, man? Thank you so much. He's helped me. Went on the Colorado trip with me, but also it's helped me recently find some things on the website like that imported weird, and so he's been going through there and shot me a whole list of like, hey, you might want to change these. So thanks, Shelby, for that. Thanks for Avery and Kyle. You've been doing awesome in the shop. Guys, don't forget to eat your prunes, and just know that I hope that you're safe. I hope you have an adventure in your future. This video is brought to you by Black Bear Off-Road, and we will be seeing you.